Hey, let's talk about merging on the expressway. I'm a state certified instructor. This is a night drive, so we're going to talk about driving and getting on the interchange. So you want to turn on your left turn signal. This is a double left turn lane. So these two lanes go into one lane, so you got to be careful. You can get cut off. So I'm going up to the edge, just looking and giving this car some space. And I'm just taking my time. You want to see the rear of the tires. Build that good habit in case you get rear-ended from behind. You always want to be safe. Safety is no accident. One of my instructors used to tell me that all the time. I used to think it was really silly, but it really does make a lot of sense. We're by a military base, so there are a lot of jets flying over, experimental weaponry from the government. So, you know, you want to be careful out here, and there are military vehicles coming all the time. So these two lanes merge into one. If you're not careful and not paying attention, you will get cut off. So I'm just being patient, taking my time, not trying to be too aggressive. And you just want to start off on the ramp smooth and easy. And it does say left lane ends. So people with big trucks tend to kind of bogart and kind of push their way. So I'm just taking my time. They're going a little bit slow. We're at about 38 miles an hour. You want to be a little bit faster. Now we're at 30. So this is definitely a little slow for me, but you want to be courteous, and I'm at 45 now. So this is definitely too slow. So if we were doing a DMV test or road test, they would get marked down. So they're either tired or doing something else. So I'm looking over my left shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and get out and just be courteous and not tailgate them and just take my time. So I'm nice and smooth. I'm at 53 miles an hour. The speed limit here is 70. So if you choose to be in the right lane, which is a slower lane, which is fine, you have to choose what is safe for you and what is comfortable. We're at about 56 miles an hour. So I'm checking my mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You see me looking over, and then I accelerate, which is fine. So now we have a large F-250 truck with the wide mirror. So I'm gonna get back over one lane to the right. You see me look, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I'm gonna take my time, let that speed drop down again, and just be smooth. On your DMV test or road test, if that happens, you will be okay, but you don't wanna maintain that speed. I'm just taking my time, being smooth and easy, being patient, and being smooth. You notice that car behind me that we passed, they're probably about 65, 64, 63. Just taking my time. This road noise will put you to sleep if you're on a long drive, so you want to just be careful, stay awake mentally and emotionally. It's a nice clear night. I'm staying smooth and easy, just taking my time, always looking around for deer, debris on the road. The speed varies anywhere from 68 to about 70 miles an hour, so I'm just taking my time. Both of my hands on the wheel. Tell me in the comments if this is a little bit better or if this is a distraction. I'll go ahead and keep it on now. So I have both hands on the wheel. I'm nice and smooth. This lane does take me off of the road, so I am aware of that because I will be getting off here for driving purposes. So I'm nice and smooth. A lot of people who aren't paying attention get caught in this lane, and then they end up getting off on a road they don't want to. So you got to be aware. So I'm going to turn on my blinker now. Right is up, left is down. So you always want to remember that. So I'm being nice and smooth, just taking my time. And this is a very confusing, let me go ahead and kill my blinker. This is a very confusing turn. There are two lanes that go right, there are two lanes that go left. So you need to know what lane you're going to get into. So you see that I'm gradually reducing my speed, and the warning sign says ramp speed of 30, so I'm dropping my speed down nice and smooth, nice and easy. This is a warning sign telling us there's a traffic light ahead. You have your chevron alignment signs telling us that this is a really sharp curve to the right. So you have to be careful, so it goes right, and you just want to take your time and be smooth and easy and be patient. So here's what I'm saying. It's really confusing. You have two lanes that go to the right, and I'm in the left lane. I'm in the left inside lane. So it depends on your DMV or municipality. This is a double left turn lane. I'm in the inside lane. I will end up by the double yellow. If I turn wide, I'm gonna hit this Ram 1500, and I'm not trying to do that. So I look, I check, and and I made that nice turn. That's what your DMV tester, road tester will look for. The most common offense is people don't use blinkers. So you want to just stay smooth. You want to look ahead. I see the car merging off of the expressway. The do not walk sign is flashing, telling us the light will change soon. I'm just cruising along here. Speed is pretty good. Speed limit here is 45. I'm at about 42, looking ahead at the red light, checking my mirror. So you always have to look around. You always have to check. And I'm being really smooth on the brake. You can see my speed dropping down right now. And I do have my race pages up. The car was a little hard to start today. The truck should stay. So we're at 14.4, which is normal. The oil pressure is at 50 degrees. I just 50 pounds per square inch, excuse me. And the oil temperature is 192. So I'm just taking my time and looking around, and occasionally you see people just tap the brakes. So they might not be sure where they're going. I'm just gonna take my time, keep my space, be that defensive driver. Always be a defensive driver. Up here is really dangerous left-hand turns. I want to demonstrate this to you. So I'm going to merge in properly where the line is broken. And I'm in the outside lane. So when I make my left-hand turn, I will be by the curb. You need to know as a beginning driver, and who needs this? If you're new to the United States, if you just finished driver's education, I do driver's education tutorials. I try to educate my students. I do a lot of in-car tutorials. So this is a double left turn. And this intersection is just one of the dangerous ones where I'm located. So you have to be careful because it can be really confusing. And on your DMV test or road test, you don't want to run lights. Other tips, you don't want to make lane changes in the middle of the intersection, which are dangerous. You always want to turn in the nearest lane. So if I'm in the outside lane, making a left turn, I'll be all the way over to the right. If I'm in the inside left turn lane, I'll be by the double yellow. Example, if I wanted to go to the gas station and I was in the inside lane, I would have to cut over to cut off a car to get to lane. So you need to know where you're going ahead of time. And patience is a virtue. A lot of drivers are not patient. Other tips for the road test: merging on the expressway, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You have to check that blind spot. This car to the left of me, this truck will be going to the inside lane. I'll be going to the outside lane. So our light is still red because we're making left turns. The two lanes to my right, they are going straight. And the lane to the inside can go straight or turn. So have that focus in mind. See, okay, I'm looking left, looking right, and then I go up and accelerate, and then I turn smoothly into my lane, and that's a good turn. Okay, turn on my right turn signal early, signal often, and then I turn hand over hand because it's time to get some Coney Island. Oh boy. So I'm gonna pull in here and park and see my parking seals. I turn hand over hand in and then hand over hand out. This is an angle parking spot. So let's review. I'm a state certified instructor. If you thought this brought you value, give it a thumbs up. And if you really want to learn how to drive, subscribe to my channel, Driving with Myles. Have a great day.